The soldier secretly cut out his own portrait from a photo with a small knife. After the staff left, he quickly pulled out a blank travel pass and pasted his photo onto it. He then pressed it against the red seal on another document and tapped it hard, but the dried ink could no longer transfer the seal properly. So Jack climbed through the window into the adjacent commander's office next door. Using just a pen, he picked the lock on the drawer and successfully stamped an official seal onto his forged pass. Jack then sprinted through the woods. He had to make it back to his unit before the storm hit tonight. That was the only way he could. Navigate through the minefield he had already scouted, and eventually cross the 38th parallel into South Korea. But trouble struck quickly. Jack spotted 2 guards in the watchtower, eyeing him suspiciously, even though he'd been discovered. Jack kept his cool and calmly walked toward the guards.
무탈 안 해?
예?
불시 점검 나와서
초소 근무 좀 못하는다.
기회? 경계 태세가 참으로 탁월하구만. 쌍용 줘보라.
Looking through his binoculars, Jack could see the headquarters was heavily fortified everywhere. To get out, he'd need to find another way. So he headed to the parking lot and carefully surveyed the area. Soon he found a car with keys still in the ignition. He tried the door. It opened right up. This was exactly what he needed. Next, Jack went to the banquet hall and randomly grabbed a drunk general, stuffing him into the car and pretending to drive him back to his quarters to rest. As they got closer to the main gate, Jack's heart started pounding in his throat. This was make or break time. Suddenly, a heavy hand slapped down on Jack's shoulder. But the outcome was completely unexpected. The guard was about to stop the car for inspection, but when he saw the general sitting inside, he immediately saluted and waved them through. Jack made it out of headquarters without incident. When the general woke up from his drunken stupor, he found himself lying in the middle of a crop field. Meanwhile, Jack was driving while trying to figure out his next move. Before returning to his unit, he needed to find a way to rescue his captured comrade, Donghak. But disaster struck again. The car ran out of gas and stalled right in the middle of the road. Even worse, several military vehicles happened to pass by. Jack's situation caught their attention, so they turned around and headed straight for him. Jack calmly walked toward them, asking to borrow some gasoline and showing them his forged travel pass. Although the pass looked legitimate, it still aroused the suspicion of the opposing officer, who questioned why Jack hadn't checked his fuel before departure and why he was traveling alone. The officer then pulled out his phone, preparing to verify Jack's identity.